Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. Hold on, gotta get the controller. Here we go. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I had started to record a video yesterday, but I was not in a proper mental state to do anything yesterday. Case in point, I tried to use this specific build, but oh boy did that not go well. And when I say it didn't go well, I mean I actually died within less than 5 minutes of starting the run. Didn't even make it past the first freaking floor. So, that was embarrassing. So I'm gonna try this run again, but I'm gonna try it with Air Spinner and see if I do any better. As far as what exactly was causing me to have an anxiety spike yesterday, that's... I mean, I would say it's complicated, but it's really not. I'm just not super skippy to talk about it because, frankly, it's a little embarrassing. It just ended up being that that I was hoping I was getting paid. I was getting paid Wednesday. It turns out I got paid today. And the ramifications of that were I didn't have any money to buy food yesterday. So you can imagine a hungry guy who's not sure where his next meal is coming from is probably not in the best condition to try playing a game that requires intense focus. And also because Radiant Beat is one of those spells that really heavily relies on its status effect to get work done. You can imagine that the sort of difficult start there is very much the reason why things went poorly. They're not exactly going great now, frankly. Kinda just getting my ass kicked. Okay, we definitely take that. Oh, lovely, beautiful dead end. I'm glad I went that way. So, yeah, things are a little intense with this build because it's very much a close range build, and you guys know how well I do close range. So, I'm doing my best here. Here we go. Oh, look at that. More yellow assholes. What are you? Oh, okay. Not gonna turn down a free defensive relic like that. God. Or not all of the other news outside of my personal financial struggles has been great either. So I did talk to my doctor about some of that. I'm hoping that there are some things that are going to be going better soon. I mean, without... God damn it. Without sounding overly desperate, trust me when I say that I could use a little help. I am not afraid to say that. Why, yes, I am going to take a stupid risk. Alright, so let me double check here. No, that's not what I wanted to double check. Though I am kind of partial to those boots, but I can get the upgrade here. And I don't necessarily want those other two, so we move on. 344 damage on floor 1. God. Alright, don't really care for Snowflake Chakrams. Okay, you, piss off. Alright, I saw like a friggin' army of dudes over here, so... Alright, trying to play it a bit more carefully, so if it looks like I'm being less reckless than usual, I am. I would rather not lose within 5 minutes, thank you very much, and no, I did not keep that recording, because it just reminded me that I was in a bad mental spot, and I didn't really want that sitting on my head. Guys, trust me when I say that I am perfectly fine owning up to my losses, but that wasn't a loss. That was a I do not have the mental capacity to do this right now, and it clearly shows. Okay, you want to stop now? This is kind of a fun, like, combo build, though. I am enjoying this. It's just once I can get in and get the enemy staggered, I've got all the time in the world to get in there and get work done. Now, what I would really like is some way to charge up my signature faster. But, okay, one step at a time. Let's... okay, cool. So I can definitely talk to Dr. Song, donate her my non-upgraded Aqua Vortex, and take the upgraded one. And we get this, which, ooh, increased healing. Actually, I'm okay with that. Once again, it's a nice little defensive buffer zone, which I'm quite alright with. I do not care about either of those spells, so we move on. Why don't I take that, because there's always a good opportunity to stack up the Hunter's Satchel there. I mean, this really feels like such a minor upgrade. I don't know. I'm just gonna save my money and try to go big on one of the next floors. Okay, this doesn't really feel like it belongs in this run. I'll take this, but it is. Hey, can I put... Oh, I can't drop it or it gets destroyed. Okay, never. What do you do? Damage increased while at low health? I'd rather not be at low health, to be honest with you. Oh, that was stupid. Five, 6, and you go over there. Alright, so couldn't exactly bring him down in one cycle, but that's okay. We'll definitely take Flame Cleaver, though. Oh, there's a nice little visual glitch. Ugh. Sorry, I was starting to say, in other gaming news, I just recently heard about the shitstorm going on with the I'm not sure if it's the makers of the Unity engine, but at the very least, the investment group behind the Unity engine. How they want to retroactively start charging the developers that make games on Unity a fee. It's just an arbitrary fee depending on how many copies of that game got sold. Not only that, but it's something that they feel that they should be able to charge retroactively because, you know, fuck everybody. Like, I don't know why they feel the shareholders should be more important than the developers and ultimately the customers, because even though the fee doesn't sound that expensive, again, it really heavily depends on how many copies of a game has been sold. And when you think about the sorts of games that are made on Unity's engine, it's not necessarily just small games that are just like, oh, whatever, no one will ever buy that. We're talking games like Hollow Knight are made on the Unity engine. And let's say that they want to charge, let's say this goes through, and they decide they want to retroactively charge Team Cherry 20 cents per download past 200,000 downloads. That could very well bankrupt their studio. Especially since I don't know how long it's been since we first heard about Silksong, but I don't know how much revenue they're raking in right now. I don't think they can afford to take that hit. But there's lots of other things that either use the Unity engine straight up or use aspects of it in their games. Like, trust me when I say I'm not going to bat for Activision, but Call of Duty Mobile uses assets from Unity. And more than likely, that's the sort of thing that these damn shareholders were looking at when they decided, Yeah, let's start charging people to use our engine like a subscription fee. Sorry, the only thing that can come out of that is bad news. Okay, so we take this, because that's going to affect these two. And those are my primary damage dealers. And I'm probably going to want Kasim's Airy Cloak, but... Oh, sorry. Embarrassing hiccups, I apologize. I like Spiral Rumblers, kind of feel like I should be aiming for something else right now. So let's go back here, grab you. Alright, and then do I want to take Spiral Rumblers? It's a good control method, don't get me wrong, but I think it would be better to leave that one be for now. And I think we're good. Yeah, that's the sort of thing that not only would it be absolutely freaking terrible for the devs working with that engine, but I mean those costs would end up getting passed on to the consumers, because now they have to put up a huge fucking chunk of their sales just to pay for Unity's goddamn subscription charge. And initially, the whole point behind what Unity was it was supposed to be a cheap asset to help up-and-coming developers, or those who just don't have the money to pay for the licensing fees for the really big engines, like, you know, Unreal. But if they start doing this, then that's going to lead to a lot of upcoming developers, a lot of really passionate artistic people no longer even wanting to get into the gaming space because they can't. Now, on fringe cases where, you know, a dev makes a game with Unity, releases it, it only gets like, exactly 200,000 downloads. Okay, they didn't have to pay to license the engine, but I don't think that's going to be a common scenario. Like, let's say someone makes a game, it becomes a big hit. Now you've got the Unity shareholders going, we need our cut. It's like, this whole thing was developed to help developers who couldn't otherwise get into the business develop a game. Now you're turning around and going, no baby, this shit's ours. Like, what kind of awful people are you to suddenly start charging a retroactive, essentially, tax on using the engine that you said was to be helpful to people? I swear it's getting harder and harder to be a gamer these days. If it isn't getting nickeled and dimed by big corporations that make more money than, I don't know, Uruguay, then then they're pulling off anti-consumer like horse shit like this, which is nothing but a net negative to consumers in general. Grab it because I'll probably need that in the near future. Just in case. There, that wasn't so bad. I mean, other than that, you know, wholly depressing news, I mean, at least things are going a little better right now. I actually got paid, but because I had to take a day because I was suffering an anxiety spike, I got paid less than I would have liked. Oh, that's always fun. Oh, I hate elemental summoners so much. Yeah, I'll just upgrade that. Okay, narrow hitboxes on that spell are starting to become a hindrance. Oops. So, assuming that idea of theirs goes through, how would you guys respond? Would you be paying closer attention to what engine the game is built in and, you know, restrict your purchases of Unity-developed projects? And it's a lot to have to think about, but you know, would you be willing to do that to just for the principle of it, or is that something that you feel would be going a step too far? Interesting. Now, as I'm already actively boycotting 2 publishers, for me, that wouldn't be too much of a stretch. I don't think avoiding Unity-based products would be that difficult. But at the same time, I also know that that's the sort of thing that we shouldn't have to worry about. All we're looking for is a good time with a hobby that we love. And it's these greedy asshats that are making that more difficult than it needs to be. Like, why can't we just have the things we love without having to worry about screwing over everyone around us in the process? And for those of you wondering, the 2 publishers that I'm boycotting are EA and Activision. Should probably come as no surprise. And I've explained this before, but to those of you who don't know, that does include things like actively not purchasing something that I know I would love. In this case, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, or Fall Twice. Whatever it's called, the FromSoft Ninja game, and I admit that one hurts because that game seems really, really like amazingly good, but it's published by Activision, so I don't want to give them any of my coin. And if I could purchase it directly from FromSoft without getting Activision involved, I would, but unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and I'm not comfortable with the idea of pirating a game from a developer that I actually respect. As I mean, just because Sekiro is a good game doesn't mean that my principles are for sale. And I'm sure many of you are thinking that's going a step too far, but honestly, I don't. I can live without playing Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Oh, it is Die Twice. Okay, at least I think it is. My memory is telling me that that's the case, but my memory could be wrong. Alright, let's go back, see if there's anything here I want. Kind of, but honestly, I think I'm okay with what I have. Hold on, I just realized I did something stupid. Wow, I screwed up really bad there. As far as the mistake that I made, I should have left Flame Cleaver on and put this over Aqua Vortex temporarily. I love the idea that Flame Cleaver can just go through projectiles like that. Alright, now do I want the Paralytic Venom Stone? I'm gonna say yes, I'm gonna put it over that. And it's not gonna poison or hold Sura, but at the very least it could do some damage to him, and that's gonna be more valuable than the Phoenix Talon. God damn! That was fast. Come on down here, boy. Okay, narrow hitbox, you're starting to bother me. Owie. Alright, which direction you going? Right towards me, thank you. I appreciate that. So I suppose the question to ponder today is, like I stated earlier, if they start charging that retroactive fee for using the Unity engine, would you guys stop supporting the projects that are made using it? It is not an easy question to answer, and there is no right or wrong answer, but it's something that I'd like you to think about. It's certainly something that I'm thinking about. Because that is such a dick move to perform on people who just want to create a project. Like, seriously, what the hell is wrong with these people? Oh, of course, money. That's what's wrong with them. Answered my own question, but hey, thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate your continued support, and I, of course, appreciate you coming and spending some of your free time here with me today. I hope you have a fantastic day or night wherever you may happen to be, and I will catch you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and you take care, everybody.